Believe it or not, it actually takes way less than you might think to get results. You don't actually have to be perfect with absolutely anything. And in actual fact, I recommend against trying to do so. Because if you try and be perfect with absolutely everything that you do, you are most likely going to be a victim of paralysis by perfection. And paralysis by perfection is exactly what it says on the tin. It's you feeling paralyzed or just standing still because you cannot get something perfect, which is an absolutely mental concept, especially when applied to your fitness journey. Let me give you an example. You say to yourself, oh, I can't get to the gym 5-6 times a week, so what's the point in going? Or you say to yourself, oh, I can't, get rid of takeaways from my diet and, eliminate sugar from my diet completely. Therefore, what's the point in trying to, eat healthily? Or you find it really, really difficult to, eat 500, 600, 700 calories less than your maintenance. So what's the point in trying to create a calorie deficit? There's no point. I can't get out 10,000 steps a day because I've got quite a busy day working from home. So what's the point in me trying? They are little examples of what paralysis by perfection is. It's you not doing something for fear of not getting something perfect. But the thing is, you do not need to be perfect when gathering results on your fitness journey. You just need to be decent consistently, or even better, you just need to do better than what you did in the previous week. So instead of saying to yourself, I need to go to the gym 5 or 6 times a week, and if I don't go, then I've fucked it, just try and go 2 or 3 times. And then if you want to improve and progress from that, once you've got it consistent, potentially try and add one more extra day in. Instead of trying to eliminate all your highly palatable, high calorie foods from your diet, just say to yourself, okay, I'm just going to eat less than what I did last week, or reduce the overall quantity of these foods downwards. Instead of saying to yourself, I'm going to try and create a 5 or 6 or 700 calorie deficit and therefore have a decent possibility of losing £1 a week, just try and eat about 10% below your maintenance. And if you don't hit that calorie deficit every single day of the week, i.e. getting it perfect, then that's not a bad thing at all. And you shouldn't throw the towel in, because you've still gotten results and you've still made progress and you've still done well, even if every single day hasn't been at your deficit. As long as your weekly average is below your maintenance, you have been in a deficit. And just to explain that one a little bit clearly, let's say, for example, in order to create a calorie deficit, you need to be eating 2,000 calories every single day. As long as your overall average works out at 14,000, then you're absolutely fine. Which technically means that as long as your overall weekly average is below your weekly maintenance, so in this case, let's say, for example, your weekly maintenance is about 15,400, then provided your weekly intake is below 15,400, you have been in a deficit, even if you haven't hit your calorie deficit every single day of the week. This is where something known as the 80-20 rule comes into it. The 80-20 rule is, long story short, as long as you do your things that you need to do 80% of the time, then the other 20% of the time allows for a little bit of margin for error, which basically means that you don't need to do well 100% of the time, you just need to do well 80% of the time. The other 20% is used for that margin for error, as well as for flexibility in your life, because we're not robots. We can't get everything perfect. We can't get to the gym 5-6 times a week every single week of our lives, and I guarantee there's nobody in the world that has been to the gym every single day of their lives, because they'd be pretty fucked. As long as 80% of what you do is well and done consistently, and the other 20% can be used as a little bit of a safety net, as a margin for error, as just time just to chill the fuck out. Don't think that you're a robot. You're a human being. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to get it perfect. As long as you do something, that is always better than nothing. And that's always what I say to people. Try and just do something rather than nothing. Try and do what you can, not attempt what you can't, because you will still get results. And better yet, you won't be deflated and you won't be disheartened when you don't get things perfectly, because you really shouldn't be. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a like. If you got any questions, make sure that you comment below, because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want any more free fitness or fat loss based tips without any of the bullshit, as always, make sure that you're either following my Instagram at k.p_health or subscribe to this channel. Peace.